They gon' let me in this club in these dirty veins.
And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cleveland Browns. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete to open things up. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And now it's second down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. They're going to look to throw. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Landry now on the return. Landry, agile footwork, and he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 40. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
3 down. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, Mayfield. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. Now, keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On 3rd down, it's Hines. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Naeem Hines, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. Don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now a play fake here on first down. Forced out to his left. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. A little 360. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards first.
Got the play call. He just got no. Are coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Fournette, a first down carry. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll look to throw here on first down. Shark's got it left side. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss. Another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play call, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy's disrupting your running game.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Larry Ogunjobi able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. A first carry now. This is Johnson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Detroit!
Play fake. Mayfield. And Callaway taking it in left side. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
This is Hines. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Detroit! No. Check. Patriot!
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Mayfield on play action. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns add on to their lead. Now the point after try for Santos. Santos with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Into the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down right around the 25. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the starter tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Watch it now, Barney. Detroit.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26.
All right, now, look at 56. 56. Lucky 56. 90 is the mic. Over.
Following the interception, Mayfield buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Blue 90.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And he fends him off. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Hines. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. Second down, Mayfield. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Hey, we got three. Gun! 90 is the mic.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Airing one out for Crowder. And got his man complete. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it. And this is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That goes for a gain of 31.
As a offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run with Hines. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nyheim Hines, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Go, Jack, let's go. We got this. We got this.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
They'll look to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Mayfield on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Everyone's got 4 down. 44, Mike, 44. Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
a second down throw for Mayfield. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. On third down, Mayfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Second and 10 now from the 27. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Detroit, 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 Detroit.
They'll throw now on the final play. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Gone. Set. Green, 39.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Lucky 56.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to fire this thing deep right side, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They run with Hines. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Gone. Six man. Check curls. Eyes up.
Mayfield now from the 50. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work this one out to about the 38. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Over.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
Got four down. Check 43. Here we go, check in motion.
Now it's Hines. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Detroit! Detroit! Detroit!
Right back to him on first down. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Hey, pick your game up! Jim! 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 Jim!
Mayfield looks to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before.
On first and 10, Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. In for the score. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Such an art to dot the I, just get the feet in right there against the line before going out of bounds.
Such an incredibly graceful, athletic play, but also a lot of practice goes into it. They work on that to make sure that they learn how to train their feet to get down in bounds.
Santos with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Oh, look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. A very solid gain of 27. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, 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 gun.
They'll look to throw. Looking long for Westbrook. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And he slides to avoid the hit. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Here we go.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way has made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
He may try and run for this. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. A handoff to Fournette, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Looking to throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down at the 10. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Mayfield now on second down, escaping the pressure right. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And it's a fumble. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10.
Leopard! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jamie Collins in there to drop him for a loss of 10, and it'll be 4th and long. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Lucky 56. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Forced out to his left. Sharks got it, left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Flushed out right. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. Give him 30 yards there.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's a give to Fournette. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game.
And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He sets to fire deep. Take it in. It's complete. He's at the 30, 20. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. A big play there on the catch and run. 92 yards. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Mayfield now. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Throwing, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. Escapes the sack. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nyheim Hines, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Buying time to his left. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Joe Schobert in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 17. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 17.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. He's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Well, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Flush to his right. And he rifles it complete. Caught by Landry. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Detroit!
Mayfield with it once more. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Mayfield to throw it. This will be caught just inside the 10. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Cleveland, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.